Alright guys, and welcome back to another episode of AllGenGamers. This is episode 54, and for this episode, we are joined by Tony Yippee.
Yippee T!
Basically the gaming community. What's up, Tony? And for those of you that aren't aware of your channel, why don't you tell them a bit about what you do on YouTube and where they can find you?
I'm a pretty typical collector, just collect video games and sort of make little documentaries about it and show my pickups and give my impressions of the games and stuff like that. You can find me on YouTube under Tony Yippee, and that is TonyYiPPee.
So, Capcom announced the lineup for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Boycott.
Oh,
12 new characters. I guess it's supposed to be disc. It's not even a downloadable upgrade. It's a disc. $39.99, I think, in November.
Of course.
I'm very fastly getting annoyed with Capcom. They cancel Mega Man, then they do this. It just seems like they were bringing out the same game with like 50 different copies.
Yeah, it's funny because when I went to Italy, I've never been to England, but when I went to Italy, there are hardly no fat people there. At least where I was in Rome and stuff.
Oh, and you would think all they eat there is
like
spaghetti and starchy food.
Well, no, it's all about portion control because like you get a lasagna and it's a small ass like 2-inch by 3-inch piece. There's no bread, no all you can eat salad like you get here in the States. You know, because I go to Olive Garden, it's all you can eat bread and salad, and you know, it's all this carbs and shit.
There you go, fatty, load up.
Yeah.
Have some breadsticks.
It's funny because we say this time after time, but you know, I've met a lot of people on YouTube, just the travels they do, and it seems like when I meet people in person, I like known them for years.
Yeah.
You know, just by watching, like Johnny, when I first met you, I felt like I knew you for a long time.
I felt like we'd had sex many times before.
We had, but that's just beside the point.
Yeah.
You know, so. And then Pete, same thing with you, man. Like PAX East and seeing you there.
It really wasn't awkward meeting.
It wasn't awkward at all.
YouTube. That's why talking about PAX. This is going to be one of our final episodes. We're going to record, I think, one more episode before PAX, but we're, you know, because of this break we're going to be taking, you know, we're nearing PAX. We're just about a month away.
It's right around the corner.
Imagine what it's going to be like. The four of us are meeting up, but then not only that, but tons of people from the community are meeting up. But the thing is, it's probably not going to be that weird because it feels like we all know each other already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll have lots of time to have sex as well. In games will show you how to do it.
I'm so jealous. You guys get all these cool things. You get to go to PAX and all that. We get.
Oh, shut up. You get Summer of Sonic. That beats everything.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, I guess.
Now get this, it's Team Fortress 2 Arcade, where it's going to be a 2D 4-player side-scrolling beat-em-up featuring all 9 of the Team Fortress 2 classes with all of their trademark weapons and attacks, and even right down to like the medic gets health regeneration just like he does in the game, and the spy can cloak and backstab, and all their little quirks. The engineers build turrets. It looks unbelievably fun and true to the actual shooter, and it looks
that sounds awesome.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hey, Jason, can I borrow some money?
How much?
I want $1 million because you know what's going for $1 million right now on eBay?
What?
A signed copy of Tetris for the Mega Drive by the guy who created Tetris. Go on it real quick. Check it out. $1 million.
Holy balls.
It has bids on it for that?
No, it's a buy now.
It's on eBay?
Yeah, eBay.
John, why is that so expensive?
Well, okay, just a little backstory of Tetris. There's a whole dispute. Atari had the rights to Tetris for the arcades, while Nintendo had the rights for Tetris for the home console. Atari also had the rights for the computers. But kind of in between that, Sega actually ported a version of Tetris for the Mega Drive. And it's a super rare version. And not only that, but this is an autographed copy of the guy who created Tetris. So is it worth $1 million? Absolutely not. But it's just funny that this guy is asking $1 million for it.
Jason, we have an announcement to make for everybody listening. Jason has decided what his weekly podcast segment is going to be.
Whoa.
And that is Tales of GameStop. Weekly Tales of GameStop.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff.
I like it. And Pete, what's yours?
Actually, no, I'm not even kidding. I found out what my segment on the show is going to be.
Okay.
And I'll get into that later, but I posted a topic on the forum, but I've decided, you know, I'm like, okay, what the hell can I do on the show that would make it easy for me to talk about, you know, briefly once a week. That kind of ties in the games. That's kind of around the schedule that we have where we record a week in advance and release a week later, so eBay segments are gone. But I'm like, one thing people always ask me for on YouTube and Facebook and everything are game recommendations. So I figured, I'll create a topic on the forum. People can ask me for specific game recommendations, to be specific as they can in terms of what kind of game they're looking for. And I can give them a quick recommendation on a game, and then you guys can chime in too, so it can bring in, possible
Love it, man. Nice,
little
nice
conversation. So that's what I planned out. So
Wait, does this
I'll do
mean
that later in the show.
Does this mean that Jason has to go to GameStop every week?
I was just gonna say, like we had joked about this, and it's actually kind of a good idea. Only problem is that means I have to go to GameStop to get these stories, and I don't go there a lot because they just fucking piss me off. This podcast was created by retro video game collectors and YouTube show hosts Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer, Gamester81, and myself, Jason Heine. Make sure to follow along and subscribe to us on iTunes under the podcast section, AllGenGamers. And if you want more information about this podcast, please visit www.allgengamers.com.